How are you guys doing? It's been a while. It's been an extremely long time since I've created a video, since I let a video out, in that regard. So, a lot of stuff's been happening the past 3 weeks. A lot of different stuff happening with the truck, with JB Hunt, as well as loads and breakdowns and stuff of that matter. So that's why I haven't been able to get a lot of vlogs out lately. I've been really down. If my truck hasn't been down, I've been working on my truck. If my truck hasn't been down, I've been in the shop. If it hasn't been in the shop, I've been broken on the side of the road. A lot of stuff has happened these past 3 weeks. So I do have a vlog that I'm working on, you guys. This week I will have a full vlog, catch up a little bit more with what's been going on as far as my truck problems and all that stuff. But for this video, keep it short and sweet. I'm just going to go over my 3-week settlements. So these are going to be 3 weeks ago, and I'm going to be starting from the furthest out and then work closer in. I was working on a vlog for this week, but my load actually just got canceled with JB Hunt. I showed up to the receiver and I had the wrong information. The load wasn't supposed to be picked up until Thursday, and they said they couldn't load me today. So, which I understand. I mean, Thursday, it's only Monday. So we're going to go ahead and go over these settlements. And I have a huge stack with wonderful information filled inside of them, okay? So this will be the week of the 24th, so July 24th, which the end of that day, well, for me, would have been July 28th when I finished. And I went from Mount Laurel, New Jersey to Clayton, Indiana. That was 680 miles. That was $1,029.25 of the truck. Then from there, I picked up in Westfield, Indiana, and I took that load going to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and that was 655 miles, and that paid $1,048 to the truck. And then I picked up a load in Topeka, Kansas, and I brought that load back to Aberdeen, Maryland, and that was 1,141 miles, and that brought to the truck $2,637.15 for a total of $4,714. Total mileage was 2,476 miles, which brought my average rate per mile to $1.90, which my overhead of my deductions, and I need to produce at least $1.20 from my household expenses. So I'm perfectly okay with that number. If you have higher expenses, you might need to stay closer to the $2, $3 range. But for right now, some weeks I can get $3, $2. Some weeks it's not possible. So I just work with what I got. My average miles per gallon was 5.4. A lot of heavy loads. I spent $1,597 in fuel, and my average cost per gallon during this week was $3.49. So that would have been the week of July 28th. So now we'll go to July 31st, which would have been last week. I went from Hanover, Pennsylvania to Austin, Indiana, 570 miles. And I got that rate for $907.20. That is then when my truck broke down. I did a temporary fix on the side of the road. Had to pre-plan my loads, erase them, and get a load coming back to New Jersey to pick up the last part in the United States for my truck. So then I booked the load from Louisville, Kentucky to Swedesboro, New Jersey, 661 miles for $1,689.41 to the truck. Then after that, I picked up in Aberdeen, Maryland, which was the Frito-Lay, and took that over to Portage, Indiana, 685 miles That was for $1,091. And then I picked up in Frankfort, Indiana, took that load to York, Pennsylvania, and that was 545 miles, and that was the end of the week. That load paid $1,241.43, which brought my total revenue to $4,929.04, and my total mileage was 2,461 miles, and that brought me to an average of $2 a mile for all miles ran. My fuel that week was 6.1 miles to the gallon. I spent $1,506.71 in diesel fuel, and my average cost per gallon for fuel was $3.73. So just in that little course of time, the fuel increased about 30 to 40 cents just in 1 week. So the fuel is going up increasingly fast. It's about that fuel economy. That fuel economy is key. Okay, and then we'll fast forward to last week, which was a terrible week because my truck was down in the shop for the majority of the week. I was working on my truck at my house the majority of the week. I try to get a little bit of everything that I can do on myself, to get done, if I can. So I started on Wednesday, picked up a load going from Aberdeen, Maryland, going to Topeka, Kansas. That was 1,170 miles. That paid me $1,953.10 to the truck. And then I picked up one other load going from Kansas City, Missouri to Fort Wayne, Indiana. That was 590 miles, and that paid me $971.74, bringing to the truck $2,924.84. Miles, total miles for the week was 1,764 miles total, which brought my average rate per mile for $1.65. I still pocketed some money on last week, so I can't complain because I got some loads in, even though my truck was in the shop for an increasingly long amount of time that I could not predict or prepare for. So my miles per gallon last week was 6.5, and my total average fuel cost for the whole week was $3.95. So basically almost $4. And I'm pretty sure we'll probably be at 4 something this week. It's been a rough past 3 weeks. The fuel has been going through the roof, and things seem to be getting a little bit like a rough patch. It was stable for a while. Now rates seem to be going down a little bit, up. There's a little bit of uncertainty happening right now. And the biggest thing that I can tell all of you guys is, if you can work on your truck, and I've said this before, if you can work on your truck, something so simple, investing in a diagnostic tool, like I've told and suggested other drivers, the OTR tool. I just bought a diagnostic tool for my truck. I'm hoping to do a review on that. If it works, it's a great price point for it. It looks like a good platform. One of my buddy has one. If I can use it on my PACCAR Kenworth, I know it works for the Freightliner and International. Invest that money. These mechanics, man, they got a job to do, but they got to get paid for that job. So we're losing a lot of money when it comes to diagnostics, when it comes to basic repairs that you could do as an owner-operator. I don't want to give somebody, $300 to change my light bulb for me. I don't want to give somebody my money to read a check engine light on my dash and, have to pay that guy $295 to tell me what that check engine light says. I don't want to be that guy. So try to be proactive, man. Go on YouTube. There's so much stuff on YouTube. You could become a mechanic overnight if you just invest some time and be that DIY guy, right? I'm DIY all the way. I'll fake it till I make it, okay? I'm not a mechanic by all means, but I do have some mechanical ability from previous jobs that I worked at. I know how to weld. I know how to grind. I know how to use a saw grinder. I know that, to a certain extent, right? Because with the truck, everything is different on this truck. Sensors and sensor here, sensor there, module here, module there. It's a little more complicated, but it's all nuts and bolts, right? Screw on, screw off. That's it. So try to lower your maintenance costs, right? I would have spent about $5,000 last week if I wouldn't have been proactive and did some of the work before I took my truck to the dealer, because there was some stuff that I could not finish because they had the diagnostic tool. My diagnostic tool just came in the mail. It didn't arrive yet, so I had no choice but to take it there. That way I could keep running. But now that I do have my diagnostic tool, hopefully it works, God willing, I'll be able to diagnose my truck more, check engine lights, and also help others, right? I'm not a greedy person at all in whatsoever way, shape, or form, right? If I can help somebody out, I will help you out. If you need a jump, I have a jumper box. I will jump your truck. Just investing into a jumper box for Love's TA Truck Stop to come jump your truck, we're talking about $300-400 to jump your truck for you. You could go to Home Depot and buy this NOCO boost box, which I have it here. Hold on. And this isn't a sponsor because I'm not sponsored by nobody. But you could buy this NOCO boost box, okay? And it is worth the money, okay? This little box can jump, well, they say, the most mechanics that have used it, anywhere from 4 to 10 trucks without a single charge. I have jumped my truck 5 times, and it still is in fully working condition, and it can probably jump one more truck. I did use it for my radio, to charge my radio while I was working on my truck, so it's a little dead. But it has a light, a light there on the side. It has a strobe for emergency lights, and it has a charging port. I mean, this is like a key for a truck driver, especially if you're owner-operator. Even if you're a company driver, this will save you money. They had it on sale at Home Depot. $465 is the full price, I believe. And they had it on sale for $345. Bought it, never go back. Okay? And it's the GBX 155 model. And it's 4,250 amps. Okay? So, definitely worth the money. Okay? You guys can start to invest in things like that, and start thinking like a CEO, right? Maybe buy tools, invest in some tools, invest in basic tools, right? You don't have to go all out like me. I have enough stuff in this truck to jack this truck up if need be and change the steer tire, right? I broke down on the side of the road. I'm going to jack up my truck, take off my steer tire, and wait for that Love's guy to come, put the new one on, let's go, right? I don't want to lose time. Time is money, and more than ever, now that becoming a truck driver years ago, time is important, okay? I'm only, I forgot my age, 26, I'm sorry. And, I'm glad that God has showed me at an early age the importance of time management, right? And not wasting time, being time efficient, not playing around with time. Time that we lose is time that we're not going to get back. And being down on the side of the road, depending on somebody else to do a repair that you might be capable of doing, I cannot sit and just wait for somebody to show up. I try to be proactive in everything that I can do. any way, shape, or form that I can be proactive to beat something before it happens, I will try to do that. So, a little bit of longer video. Supposed to be short, but I can't stress how important it is, guys, that you try to invest in your truck, invest in yourself as much as possible while you're becoming an owner-operator, and try to be efficient as possible, because it might get better, it might get worse, right? But right now, if you can weather the storm, we will be okay. We will make it. No, it's not perfect. Guys are dropping left and right, selling trucks. I quit. I want to go. I want to leave. I just don't know if it's possible, right? The freedom that some of us feel when being an owner-operator, and, like I've always said, and I will keep saying, I will keep doing this until I feel that, God has says it's time. That's it. It's time to be done, right? And I got a lot, and I feel like I have a lot of fighting power left to keep going. So that's it. And I'm going to keep going until he says otherwise. So truck is up and running now. Great, smooth, no problems. I had a really bad exhaust leak in the truck. And, you guys will find out if you watch my vlog. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys coming in. Leave a comment, ask me any question. I'm currently stopped for the next couple hours, so I ain't got nothing to do anyway. Doing some paperwork, getting some numbers, always running numbers on the truck, making sure if I can be efficient any other way. Leave a comment, subscribe, like if you like the content. Have any questions about JB Hunt, any questions about anything at all. Even if you ever have a truck breakdown, something goes on with your truck, leave a comment, man, and I will try to help you guys out in any way, shape, or form. Like I said, I am not a mechanic, but I have changed, if not touched, more than 65% of all the parts in my current truck. Myself, I have changed them. Being a YouTube DIYer, you ever need help, send me a message. I might be in the area. I will give you a jump. I will do a diagnostic on your truck for you. I will help you out in any way, shape, or form that I can, okay? I love you guys. Keep in touch, right? Leave comments, and I will catch you guys with a vlog on Saturday, okay? God bless you guys.